Hello there and welcome back to Metroid Dread. In the last video, we showed a bunch of things. I think that was the most segments I've ever included in an episode of this series so far. Now I just gotta remember what we're doing here. Most recently, we got super missiles. Right. Yeah, we're heading to the right. I stopped just because I didn't want to, start a new thing. Well, it's specifically because this is a pretty complex segment coming up. Ooh, I just realized an advantage of my new setup here. So I changed some stuff. It's already completely off topic. But I got a second audio switcher. So not only can I switch between using my speakers for my Switch on my TV, on my monitor, and for my computer, but I can also now switch at the press of a button between the game audio going to my speakers from the Switch and to my headset. That way I just press the button and I'm ready to record. And an advantage of that is I can actually lower the volume. Because otherwise, I can't. The volume button on my headset, which they're Beats that I'm using, Beats Solo 3s. At this point, they're 5 years old. I've kept them in pretty good shape, though. But the volume button doesn't work while it's plugged into something. I love this fancy-ass door. And yeah, we're now trapped in here right now. A little brutal. But I want to finish my thought real quick, because there's about to be another cutscene. The volume button doesn't work when the headset is plugged in. So I'd have to mess with the volume on my monitor to actually, set it, and that's a little annoying. But now I have a little dial I can affect, so that's cool. Nice little fringe benefit of the setup. Ooh. This is Ferenia. Or no, sorry. It looks a lot like Ferenia, okay? It's called, I say Ellen, because I like that better than Elun or Elun. I like Ellen. It's just a slight difference from how I pronounce the name Ellen. It's got a very similar aesthetic to Ferenia with all the Chozo ruins. Ooh, the armor collapsing is cool. I don't need a recharge, I'm good. In fact, I'm full. Oh shit! X-Parasites! An X-Parasite mimicking an enemy will revert to its original gelatinous form when defeated. Samus can absorb the X to replenish energy and ammo. Yes, just like Fusion. Crazy. I guess it's not too much of a surprise because the intro cutscene showed an X, and they said that they were able to verify that the video is genuine. And yes, it is. There's X-Parasites. They seem to have been quarantined here. I actually want to go up here. Fuck. First. I never go up here, so I actually don't remember what is over here. Oh my god. What is this way? Oh, it's just a recharge station? That's boring. You might wonder why that fan is there. And it's a little weird. Oh, this is a goo shocker, by the way. It's a combination of the Gooplot enemy and an enemy we haven't seen yet. The X-Parasites have combined several of the native species of ZDR into more dangerous forms. And yeah, the X-Parasites function exactly like they do in Fusion, which is very cool. There we go, Jesus. There's a missile tank here. I used to get this in my fast runs, but I don't anymore because it's... Even if you nail it, it's just a waste of time. It's only 2 missiles. I love this little thing. I love the fact that it's completely on screen. It doesn't transition areas. You just get to see the whole path. And ooh, new item. This is one of my favorites too. I love warbling as I get into it. Plasma beam acquired. Finally, first beam upgrade since the wide beam forever ago. Fires a powerful stream of plasma that can pierce through multiple enemies and damage robotic enemies without the need to charge. Press Y to fire. It can also destroy plasma beam covers. Yeah. Now, robotic enemies are entirely vulnerable to our beam. Of course, I'm still hitting them with charge shots, but yeah, there we go. There's a better demonstration. And also, plasma beam is additional damage. It's 100 and... Okay, so... Since the last episode, I did some research. I looked up the damage values. There's a Google Docs, a Google Drive document, Google Docs, whatever. A Google Doc, that's the phrase. There's a Google Doc someone made with damage values apparently gotten from a data mine from a speedrunning subreddit, I think. That's according to a post on r/Metroid. I'll put both that post and the Google Doc in the description. Ooh. Samus is posing. Forgot about this. And so a normal shot... Let me bring that up real quick. And this is kind of a random aside here, but basically, the regular power beam does 25 damage. A charge shot is 75. The wide beam does not increase the damage value, but I believe each shot does 25 then. So, like, it's effectively 75, assuming you hit an enemy with all 3. I don't know how the charge shot treats the multiple projectiles. I assume it's the same way, so it'd be, 225 if you hit with the charge shot with all 3? The plasma beam increases our damage now to 50. So our damage is now doubled from what it was before. A charge shot is 150, it's also double. Which means, presumably, this is 450 damage with a charge shot, ignoring the diffusion beam. I'm not sure how the diffusion beam's damage is calculated, because that's not listed here. The grapple beam does 25 damage. It's actually the same as the regular power beam shot. A missile is 100 damage, and I was correct that a super missile is triple damage. So it's 300. And that's all the weapons we currently have. But a change now. I believe prior to getting the plasma beam, it is higher DPS to mash super missiles. I'm not sure, actually. Because there's essentially no upper bound on how fast you can shoot. I think there is, technically, but I'm not sure. I think even before you could do more damage by mashing than the super missile, but it's especially true now because that is a lot of damage. A lot of damage because each shot is 50, so we have 150. So if we just do this twice as fast as the super missile shoot, which that is already more than twice as fast. And that's just me mashing with my thumb instead of doing the whole max mashing thing. Ow, which hurts after a while. That's all it takes to exceed the DPS of the super missile. Also, I don't think I commented this before. The color of the arm cannon changes. Well, I guess I wouldn't have had a reason to. because it stays yellow when you get the wide beam. It changes to green now because we have plasma beam, and spoiler alert, it'll change later. I don't think I commented on the fact that there's also like a little field that appears when you shoot with the wide beam. There's like a line where the shots come from, which kind of explains how there's shots coming that aren't coming directly from the gun. It works really well. Also, the arm cannon's color changes when you switch to the grapple beam as well. It turns blue. And if you activate a missile while holding the grapple beam button, the arm cannon stays blue, and you can even let go of the grapple beam button and it will stay blue as long as you continue to hold missile. So I think it's pretty cool. Obviously it gets reset if you enter more fall or somehow otherwise exit. These are like infected Chozos, I think? They're X-mimicking Chozo. That's pretty evident. I don't remember exactly what his name is. Ooh, this room! There's a cool thing you can do here. But so like, look how fast I can kill one of these by just mashing quickly. Already dead. Very cool. What I like to do in this room is go back here, build up a shine spark, back and forth like this, and then you can one-shot the gobbler with the shine spark. Very, very cool. Although I want to actually go to the right first. Oh, I can. I can blow this up, but I can't actually go in there. We're already on another boss, which is kind of crazy, since we just got the plasma beam. But it's a pretty cool one. This is a Chozo soldier. There are a couple different ways to fight them. The best way is to do max button mashing, but I'm not gonna do that because it'll make the fight go more quickly. He basically showed everything he could before. After a while, you'll damage them enough that they'll rip open and reveal that they're actually an X-parasite. That they're infected by an X-parasite. This might actually be like the body of a Chozo soldier just possessed by an X-parasite. I love the way its entire head opens up like that to reveal one big maw. After you damage it enough, you'll do a finish counter, where you have to react in time and counter to end the fight. If you fail either of those counters, then you'll be set back in the fight and have to damage it some more to trigger it again. There are a couple fights that are like that. I believe this is the first one. But yeah, it's a very cool fight. I expected to have more to say about it. Let's head up here. I never do in my fast runs, which might communicate a bit about this. Not really, though. That's a pitfall block. Can we break through here? Yeah. Can we go over to the right there? No, you actually do go to the left here. God, it's been so long. I haven't gotten 100% in ages, actually. Like, months. It might be interesting to try to do, like, a 100% speedrun. But that would be so much longer and take so much more effort. Oh, yeah, I forget. This is here. You have to break that. It looks like it's just like a foreground element, but it is in the way. I believe we can't get this. Wait, what? Do I break it back here? Yeah. I'm so unsure what I'm doing here. When the goo shocker first appears, you can't hurt it. It has to shoot into a wall, and then once it sticks, it'll do the electricity, and then you can hurt it. Prior to that, it's like protected by the electricity. Yeah, we can't do this till we can break that block. Which it'll be quite a while before we can do that. Ellen is a very small map. This is all of it. We've gotten one of the 2 items here. That's why we're at 50% items. Oh my god, I am struggling with buttons all of a sudden. Oh, we can get this. Yeah, that's right. This is the 2nd one we've gotten, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm wrong. There's 4 items here. Yeah, because energy tank. This tank. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Missile tank, this missile tank. There's 4 items. We've now gotten 3 of them. I don't know how I forgot the... I'm forgetting my words is my problem right now. I don't know how I forgot the energy tank. But yeah, we're basically done here, so now we can just head out this way. These are plasma beam covers, by the way. We've seen them before, but we haven't been able to break them. That's not good. I love Samus's face there, that, like, befuddlement. I've seen some people online claim it looks like Samus doesn't care that the X are now released, but I think they're just misunderstanding. I'm gonna go and save. Because to me, it feels like disbelief. Like, oh my god, didn't I just go through an entire quest to destroy these things, and now they're running rampant on a planet again? That's at least my interpretation of what Samus looks like there. So I have a few things to say about this. One, you might have noticed, and I say that too much, I need to find a different phrase that's equivalent to that. There were orange X-Parasites there, which we haven't seen in the series so far. In Metroid Fusion, there were originally going to be orange X-Parasites. Red ones, well, red ones are just a big refill. Green ones refill missiles. Yellow ones refill health. Orange ones are in the game's code, I believe, but weren't implemented. And they refill power bomb ammo, which is interesting. That's also interesting. An X-Parasite has infected an X-Parasite has infected Quiet Robe's corpse, and he's now reactivated the Emmys. That's not great. I want to speed. Nah, it's fine. I don't need to. God, what was I saying? Oh. You might be able to guess what the orange X's will do in this game, too. But now the X-Parasites have been released, and they will infect enemies and essentially upgrade them. Many by combining them with other enemies. Like now, this thing, which I was just looking at it, but I don't remember its name, it can now travel across platforms, whereas before, it was trapped and could not do that. Ow! Oh, that was terrible! Oh my god. I am sucking hardcore. Ooh, everything's infected by the X. That doesn't bode well. Oh my god, these guys are a little annoying. I love the little X parasites here. I believe they're pretty much the exact same sprites as in Fusion. They look like it, at least. Maybe a little higher resolution. They don't move. They don't fly around. They just stay in place. Just like in Fusion, normal X parasites will fly around and create new enemies if you don't absorb them. Okay, I was wondering if this is a nav room or just a save room. I never noticed the icon. Because that is different, right? That's a network station icon. Other save rooms don't have that. Right? Yeah, that's the icon for a normal save room. Good to keep in mind.
Uploading data.
The X have been released from their confinement. They have now scattered across the planet. This is no doubt the work of Raven B. His motives are still a mystery, but your Metroid DNA grants you immunity to the X parasites. You can even absorb them. Perhaps it was some kind of message. Regardless, the X are here. They are overrunning the planet. They must be destroyed. Hurry to your ship, Samus. I trust you will make it here safely.
I love just the straightforwardness of that command. Well, it's not really command. It's a strong recommendation from Adam. Yeah, the X are released, and in fact, this is the event that causes Kraid and Drogiga to disappear if you don't fight them prior to this. And initially, I thought it was just like an out-of-universe thing that made them disappear, but it actually makes a lot of sense that the X would like infect them and like consume them. This, by the way, is a new enemy created by merging two others. We've seen the ones that shoot lava and a Musby, and that's the fusion of them. I love these plants, by the way. They look kind of like Drogiga's bits. Not really. It looks actually like a plant. They look more like the Deku Baba boss in Twilight Princess. Twillet. I don't remember. Twilight something. Deku Baba something. But yeah, now the Emmy is active. This is the blue Emmy. Ah. As we saw in the cutscene, it freezes with the blue, like, scanning beam. We saw it freeze and destroy that robotic thing. I don't know what they're called either. I should just look up the names of all the enemies, because it wouldn't be that hard to remember them, I don't think. This Emmy, despite being able to freeze you, by the way, it can't freeze you while you're invisible. A little weird. It's actually kind of stupid. It's very likely that it'll freeze you, which I might as well actually show that. It's very likely that it'll freeze you without noticing you. If you cross into its blue beam, it will freeze you, but that doesn't mean it'll notice you. Like, look, it hasn't noticed me. I'm frozen. It still hasn't noticed me. And often, it won't notice you until you touch it. You're frozen for a sec, and you take a little bit of damage over time. Basically is what happens. This is a fun secret, but we actually can't get it yet. We might be able to with the water bomb jump. This is a great way to grind, by the way, is just killing these guys and getting them. I love the X-Parasites look like purple when they're through terrain. It's a really cool effect. But if it's possible to get with a water bomb jump, it's not worth it. Because you have to constantly deal with those things spawning. I don't know if I ever actually like thoroughly explained. So I mentioned that the game will sort of auto-unmorph sometimes. This is not a good demonstration for it. I will show that when a good demo spot appears. Map room! Is this only our third map room? Or fourth? I still missed the one in Dyron. I need to go back for that eventually. But I might as well just wait until we can actually explore the cold area. Yeah, Gavarin's not, like, huge. That's pretty big. It's hard to judge. Ellen is tiny. Most of the other areas, I think, are fairly similar in size. At least I haven't, like, thought too much about it. I love, by the way, that the blocks are rectangular prisms, because of course they are. It extends into the background, and it makes sense that it would. But you just would never notice. That looked really weird. She, like, froze in place for a sec. I'm gonna record that. That was a great example of him being stupid. Shit. I recorded that on the Switch, in addition to being here. Damn, that felt like I was way late, but it still counted. He's stupid. We can't make it over here. So, go up this way. I love the little X's, it's so fun. And I said they're the same sprite, and yeah, they're sprites. They're not 3D like the normal X's are here. Look how stupid, he doesn't notice! It's crazy how easy it is to get past him. I love the backgrounds in Gavarin. This might actually be my favorite area. I know I've said that for several, but I love the plant life in the background. There's so many. It feels like there's more details in the background in this level than normal. Well, that's a little hard to say. Oh look, we didn't have time. These, by the way, we passed a bunch of them. They're called Enkies. It's not a spoiler to say they're called that. I don't think they've appeared in any other Metroid game before. Sort of equivalents have. I'm just making sure we're not missing any path. And yeah, we've gone everywhere that we can in this level. Another save room. They really just throw them at you for a while. Honestly, they throw them at you for the whole game. Oh, and even if you do kill Drogiga and Kraid's stomach spike that was stuck in the wall as a platform disappears after the X are released. So, presumably, they absorb it. I like, that is essentially a big, scary version of a Musby. We can try to go up here, but these are pitfall blocks. And as far as I know, there's no way to get up here right now. I'm not certain, because I never go up there. We can we can point at this, but you can't grab it. This is a demonstration. I could have shown it earlier, I guess, but you have to be in line with these to grab them. You can't just attach to the side. This is an interesting missile cover, because it's possible, by sequence breaking, to get to the other side of this first. And this is one of the few things that I think is genuinely just overlooked in this game. Genuinely just an oversight. Is if you don't break a missile cover, the door won't open from the other side. And I don't know if you can actually entirely screw yourself with that, but it can cause problems. By the way, I love that you're forced to notice this by bombing through the corridor here. Those are blocks we can't break, and you can tell by the way they look that they're screw attack blocks. Nah, I don't need a refill. Another Anki blocking our way here, unfortunately. Very unfortunately, actually. I love these, like, I guess they're, like, not buoys, but I feel like these floating things are similar to real-life things we have underwater like that. God, I can explain things well. This is the spin boost. Kind of comes out of nowhere. I love that this statue is covered in, like, gunk. Because Gavarin's overrun the plant life. It's an underground forest, as Adam said. Spin boost allows Samus to jump once more during a spin jump. Press B at the right time during a spin jump. When used underwater, Samus cannot gain more height over the first jump without the gravity suit. I like how upfront this game is on what items you're going to be getting. This is one of the other new items in the game. It's essentially the space jump, but you can only do it once. In fact, that's exactly what it is. It's pretty cool. I think it's a really fun, it's a really fun in-between item. But this item is actually entirely skippable. And I'll get into why in a little bit. But these things in the background signify that you can boost to the other side. We can't quite make it to there, but with the spin boost, we can make it across that gap. And now all we can do is head right back. This is one of the best sequence breaks in the game, skipping this, because you skip the entire path of getting here and back. Now... yeah, okay. I thought I missed this in my notes, but now we can get up here. And we still can't do anything about these. You can tell that they affect that block there. But there's actually a really cool thing we can do here that I'm going to try to demonstrate. Oh, come on. You can do a cool thing with a Shine Spark here. This might take me a number of tries. Oh, I missed. You can start this fight with a Shine Spark, and I actually really want to, so give me a sec. Oh, it really is the center of the room. Ugh, if you land in this spot, you can't get back up. At least not easily. Oh, and you can't get back in anyway, because the door closes behind you, so... basically, you want to land in the middle, I think, and then Shine Spark up to the top left. For some reason, I always think it's farther to the right than it is. Oh yeah, I was just talking about Mockin foes. As you can probably imagine, these Chozo soldiers we're fighting are Mockin. Metroids are organisms bioengineered by the Chozo to eliminate the X. Yes, that is true. They're also extinct. Right. Of course, that's been true for the last 2 games we've done, officially. Because the last natural Metroid died at the end of Super Metroid. Come on, come back. Come back, bro. It takes a while for these platforms to come back. God damn it. And the Metroids we encountered in Other M and Fusion were cloned using cell cultures from the baby Metroid. Oh, it's too slow that time. You want to do it as soon as you get here. I always think you gotta wait, and that's partly because I'm thinking of a different fight. Oh, I could talk about... oh. This is so messy right now, but I am thinking of more and more things to talk about. I can't cut out all of this. But I compared the, like, charging of the Shine Spark. There we go! It skips immediately to the second phase of the fight. Which, by the way, can go very quickly. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I almost screwed that one up. Basically, just wait for the flash. Most counters in this game, you don't have to be super fast. If you have decent reaction time, you're good. But yeah, I compared the time it takes to charge a Shine Spark, or technically to charge the speed boost. And it actually happened quicker on the run where I didn't turn around. Which is weird, because that's not how it feels. It feels like you get it faster by doing it that way. I've never done that before, by the way. I just thought to do that now, and that was pretty cool. With the spin boost, we can now get back up here. So I'm even more confused about that than I was before. Because, like, it feels like it's faster when you turn around, but then, like, It's apparently not? I think I'm just not syncing it correctly, but I synced the two, like, from the moment that Samus starts glowing blue and her back jets turn on. I don't know of a way to sync it better than that. I assume there is a way. By the way, the whole purpose of the spin boost, pretty much, is to allow us to cross that gap to get up here. And this... Oh, shit, I didn't expect him to be right there. Usually isn't. I'm just gonna, like, try to get some distance on him. Try to bait him to come over here. And then I'm gonna drop down. What you want to do is come from here, build up a Shine Spark, and then you can get immediately to the Central Unit's second phase and absolutely annihilate it like that. So satisfying. I don't know why I'm being quiet. This scene's exactly the same every time. It probably wouldn't even be that big a deal if I skipped these, but I'm trying actively not to skip any cutscenes. Boom. I like doing this, but there's not like much reason to. You can get over here very fast. And I don't think you actually want to. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's down there. He'll climb on the wall here, which should be fine. I'll just attach to this, drop down, and do this. Yeah. I used to, like, go slow and bait him to the right, which I guess I still kind of did there. Yeah, I'm not sure how to handle this dude quickly. I'm sure I can just look up a speedrun and see how they do it. But I want to figure it out for myself. I love this color, the light blue. I think it's a really pleasant color. And it blends well with the energy going into her. I mean, they all do, but... I haven't, like, commented specifically. I love that. That, like, pose she does as she, like, absorbs the energy. It's very cool. Cool. I said that weirdly. Ice Missile acquired! Missiles upgraded with the ability to freeze targets. Hold R and press Y to fire. Consumes missile ammo. Our missiles now freeze enemies, and just like Fusion, they also do more damage. They're now 400 damage, I believe. I closed the thing, but I'm pretty sure it's 400 damage. And in addition to, like, the increased damage, well, the way it works is it takes several missiles to freeze an enemy, and then while it's frozen, you can actually just use a melee counter to kill it immediately. By the way, we can use the spin boost combined with the flash shift, I almost said Shine Spark, to get this early. That's technically a sequence break, because I don't think you're expected to do it that way, but it's really minor, so I think it's fine. I really like the ice missiles, and I like that they're also here. This is so suspicious. It looks like we'd be able to break up there, but we can't. It's Pitfall Block, actually. Pulse Radar acquired! We're getting so many items back to back to back to back here. An Aeon ability that allows Samus to scan her surroundings for hidden blocks using a special sound wave. With full Aeon, hold right on the D-pad to activate. Consumes the full Aeon gauge to use. Yeah, it's equivalent to the scan pulse in Samus Returns, although it doesn't function exactly the same. It doesn't just fill out a minimap, it shows on screen breakable blocks. It's very useful, but it is entirely skippable. It's entirely optional. You don't need to come up this way. If you enter that room up here, then you can't avoid getting the pulse radar. But if you just don't enter that room, then you can. And usually I don't get it. Oh, it's right here, right? Yeah. The pulse radar is very good. I don't tend to use it much because I know where all the secrets I usually get are. But it is ridiculously useful on a first playthrough. I highly recommend getting it. And you're likely to get it. You're not likely to avoid it unless you know how to avoid it. Speaking of avoiding, I mentioned that you can completely avoid the spin boost. And that's true. The way you do that... I'm gonna wait a sec. You're now able to break Enkies with the ice missiles, by the way. I did that earlier, but I didn't point it out. The way you do that is by using a water bomb jump to get up onto the ledge across the gap we normally use the spin boost. And then you can just go straight up, kill the Emmy, and get the ice missiles. That's all it takes. And there's no other part of the game that requires the spin boost. By the way, there is a tricky maneuver we can do right here to get up there and get out, allowing us to get several items very early. I will show that after I acquire them normally, as I've been doing. But now, I believe we just head back through this way. Because now having the ice missile means we can break the other Enkies, right? But yeah, if you want to avoid the pulse radar, just, like, I recommend breaking this to get this energy tank. But then just come straight down here. And... No, yeah, this is progress right over here. Come straight down here, and then go around, rather than doing this stuff. And this video is about over. Ugh, it's taking a little bit longer to record than I expected it to, but that's fine. I'm gonna go just get to the next save room. Which, does this go to a new area? No. It's just back to Phrynia. Right. Oh, I'm having a blast, though. And I'm making quicker progress than I expected. Just checking my notes as well. I have my tablet up here on the side with my notes for this Let's Play route. I think I mentioned earlier that I made notes. I made a list of each item I'm getting in this route, which is the normal route as far as I know, and exactly what I want to show when, and I even have it color-coded. Blue notes are things I can show without needing to reset or use a different save file, and red ones are ones where I can't do that. There'll probably be a save room right here. Ooh! First, though, I want to show this. This is another one of my oh, I screwed it up. This is another one of my favorite Shine Spark puzzles in the game. It feels weird to call it a puzzle, but it is. Oh, well, I don't know why I'm screwing it up. You do exactly what I'm doing. Press up to exit Morph Ball, and then down to hold a Shine Spark. Ugh. I'm so annoyed with myself right now. This is not that hard. By the way, there's a glitch you can do to break that and get that item early. I don't think I've ever successfully done it. It's really hard. It involves doing a pseudo wave to shoot that enemy with the diffusion beam to break that glob. It's very hard. There's an easier way to get that item early. And again, I'll show that after I get it normally. Oh my god! Why am I screwing it up? I think I'm letting go of left too quickly. Usually I get this in one try, because I usually do it in my speedruns, because it's cool. There we go. Then bomb here and started ball spark. It's not that hard. Jesus Christ. There we go. Is there a save room right here? I think so. No. We still got a bit to go then. I don't mean to, like, ruin it early. It's a little inconvenient that you can't just trigger this with precise missile shots. Because if you could, then you can just walk right in here to get this. It feels a little weird. This enemy, by the way, you can hurt through the platform. I didn't demonstrate it there. But if you place it right, you can hurt it through there. I'm tempted to show how to do this early, but nah. Oh, we don't have the item for it, actually. But you can bomb those blocks there. I mean, I can't show that third one, so... Yeah, you can bomb to get up there. The way to do it is quite tricky, but it's also really fun. Yeah, here we go.
Uploading
I know I'm already being quiet. Adam hasn't started speaking yet. This doesn't really count as a
This
cutscene.
area, Frenia, appears to have been a sanctuary. The Mockin conducted ceremonies and rituals here. Now it all lies in ruin. It was likely destroyed in the chaos following the X's arrival. That would match what Quiet Road said. They have turned it into a hive. I have also detected the presence of an unusually powerful X. Recall that the enemy in this area could see through terrain and stun targets with an electric shock. My sensors indicate this enemy has been reactivated. We can assume that Ravenbeak is behind this too. Make good use of the Phantom Cloak and you should have nothing to fear.
I mean, we kind of know that it's not Ravenbeak's doing. Samus doesn't, Adam doesn't, but we know because we saw that scene.
Be careful, Samus.
Oh, I was expecting him to have more to say after that. Yeah, go and save, because this is where I'm going to end this video. Ugh. Oh, I'm so tired. Which is weird, because I chugged a coffee. This is the morning of a day. The day it's going up, too. So this might come up out a few hours late, because I don't have time to edit it all the way before I go to my class today. But this has been a really fun episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Screwed up my outro again. It's not a complicated outro, so why? What? I don't. Whatever.